Hello to all my beautiful collective. This is your girl Empress Matt, of course, on the ones and twos and threes. I'm about to get ready to do a quick energy check in for my collective. If it resonates, it resonates. And then again, if it doesn't, it doesn't. Please do not force it to fit if it's not your story. And if you like and or love what I do, please like, comment, share, subscribe, and follow on your way out. And I would appreciate you. I would appreciate you. And I am up in the middle of the night on bullshit. But for real though, y'all know it's the black moon, right? So like the energy is like really high, and it's so crazy because I went to sleep early, like real early. I mean like earlier than my early, like, and I go to sleep like 9 o'clock and whatever, maybe 10ish, maybe 11. But I went to sleep at like 6 or 7 o'clock. Yeah. So when I laid down at 6 or 7 o'clock, the original intention was that I was going to take a nap. But the nap ended up being, I slept all the way to 2 o'clock in the morning. So I've only been up about, about to be 5. So I've only been up about 3, 4, 5, maybe like 2.5 hours. But I am going to go back here and try to go back to sleep. But anyway, let's get into this reading, guys. I know I could talk y'all head off. Happy new moon. And I did do a moon reading. So go ahead and go check that out. And I just wanted to do one more before I went and laid back down. And I'm going to do some spiritual cleansing more, and then I'm gonna come back on here. Okay, collective. Nonetheless, let's get into it. It says finding balance of time management, and use something about adaptability, priorities, and making choices. I'm not really seeing this as being a relationship reading, at least at this moment. I'm just saying that this reading is going to be more so focused on just who my Divine Feminine Collective is in general. And I feel like my Divine Feminine Collective, you could be faced with some challenges. I feel like you have had to make some complex choices and decisions about certain things. I feel like you have been struggling between just finding balance in general. I feel like you've been trying to work on time management. I feel like a lot of unexpected things could have happened in your life and you have been forced to adapt to it. The beauty about my Divine Feminine Collective is tapping into, I feel that you do immaculate when it comes to being adaptable to certain situations, especially when it comes to your priorities. I feel like because you know what's so crazy, because this black moon is based around organization. It's based around being more productive. It's based around being more organized, and so I feel like it's based around all of those things. So it's so crazy that this will come out, because this is just to generally say that it's going to be very, very important for you to find that balance in love and life, career in general. I feel like that you could be faced with a lot of challenges once again. And it's just going to be very, very important for you to find that balance. I feel like the new moon is going to be, the energy is going to be very, very dominant from 8:23 to 8:26. So I feel like now for my Divine Feminine Collective, who I am speaking to at this moment, is going to be important for you to go ahead and hone in on that energy and use it to your benefit, because I feel like that my collective have been faced with a lot of challenges and obstacles. And with you being faced with a lot of challenges and obstacles, I feel like that sometimes it is complicated for you to have time management, because it's like you got so. And also I'm picking up that you could be a Divine Feminine who kind of got a lot of shit on your plate, and it's time for you to put that into perspective. So I need you to research some type of spell work. I don't have a permanent spell work that's in my lineage. I do spell work. So with that being said, it's just what it is. There's nothing wrong with it, especially if you're using it for a positive, even if you're using spell work for a negative, I don't typically suggest it. And me, if I was going to use spell work for negative, which because I am prone to do spell work, I need to make sure that if that's what you're doing, is you doing it for just reasons. But I feel like for some of my collective who may not know about it, maybe you should do some research about it. And if you do know about it, I feel as though like it's time for you to hone in on that energy. And I really am going to need you to take advantage of this black moon that we're in. And you have time. You have 3 days to get this together. And I feel like at the end of this 3 days, because I'm getting that you're already actively doing this, so I feel like at the end of these 3 days, especially for those who take heed to what I'm saying, I feel like that you're going to feel better, because it's definitely some things that my Divine Feminine Collective is going to have to put in perspective. Okay, the World came out in reverse. It says a lack of completion, shortcuts, delays, emptiness, deficiency, disharmony, fear of travel. You could have some fears of travel. It could be you are experiencing some delays, and I feel like it's a lot of things that you are desiring to complete, but I feel like that you are struggling to get to that point, because it's a lot of challenges and obstacles. And I need you to do some role opener spell work as well. If you don't know what that is, go ahead and do some research. Go ahead and do it. If you need to pay somebody to do it, go ahead and pay someone to do it if you don't feel like that you're spiritually inclined enough to do it yourself. Okay, if that's not what you want to do, I feel like you just need to shift your perspective. And I feel like the universe is protecting you really, really heavily at this moment. And I feel like that it's a feeling of you of just like you're lacking, like you feel like you're lacking. You even could be feeling some emptiness. You could be experiencing some delays. You could be deficient in your financial world. You could be deficient, experiencing some deficiencies in life in general, but it's only because it's challenging for you to kind of focus and put things in perspective. So once again, I'm definitely gonna need for my Divine Feminine Collective, this is gonna resonate with, to tap in. Divine Masculine, you're welcome to this reading, but I am speaking to my Divine Feminine Collective really independently. But Divine Masculines, of course, you could get some beneficial information from this reading as well. Rebellion, personal beliefs, a free thinker, new approaches, and subversion. I'm seeing that you just need to shift your perspective. Just in general. And I feel like you even need to, like, if you know you don't have a situation under control, I feel like that it's best for you to cut it off at the head, because I feel like with you, and you could be a Divine Feminine that's used to doing a lot of things on her own, but I feel like I was saying something about the Divine Feminine energy, which is to be receptive. So put yourself in a position to ask and be receptive to receiving help, because how do they know to help you if you don't admit with your mouth that you need help? Okay, it says 10 of Cups in the upright. It says domestic harmony, family reunions, contentment, celebration, peaceful coexistence, emotional stability, and security. I do see security coming, more security coming in the future. You remember when I was saying at the end of these 3 days, I feel like that you're going to feel a whole lot better, but I am going to need for you to hone in on this energy, really, really hone in, really, really focus, because I see that you are going to have a really, really stable, secure future for yourself. I do see even you're going to have harmony, family, and whatever it is that you're trying to do. Okay, collective of Divine Feminines, it says sorrow, shattered dreams, underachievement, overindulgence, dissatisfaction, failure. You could be feeling like a failure. I'm going to need for you to come out that energy. So if you need to do some encouragement spell work, I don't know why I'm talking about spell work. I feel like a lot of people kind of misunderstand it, but if you need to, go ahead and do so to get yourself back on track. If you don't want to, just do some meditation and prayer, because I know everyone don't choose to really kind of gravitate towards that, and that's okay. It's a judgment-free zone here, you know what I'm saying? But just try to do more activities that's going to put you in a more so positive mind state. And you remember when I was saying that people don't know unless you communicate, and to put yourself in a position to be receptive. The crazy part about it was the Three of Pentacles energy energy popped out. And with the Three of Pentacles, it said teamwork and collaboration, apprenticeship, focus, effort, growth and learning, mastery, recognition. All of those words are going to be very, very key. And you haven't, but it's going to take for you to do some work, Divine Feminine Collective. It's going to take for you to ask for help, Divine Feminine Collective. I feel like it's a lot of, not saying masses not going through this, but like I said, I'm really, really focused on my Divine Feminine Collective at this moment. It says, but it's going to be recovery. You're going to recover from some financial losses. You're going to have some triumphs that's going to happen. You're going to overcome adversities. And it's going to be some positive changes to be had. Because for some of my Divine Feminine Collectives, you are already actively manifesting this. At this moment, you are someone who is a master manifester. It says the magician, manifestation, creativity, desire, willpower, resourcefulness, the art of communication. It even could be something about communication. You know, it could be that you needed to use your words in order to get what you need, in order to move you out of this Eight of Swords energy, collective. Because I see that you kind of been overthinking a lot, feeling powerless, unproductive, victim mentality, trapped, restricted, helpless, imprisonment, and you could be experiencing a dilemma. Just know good things come with time, and if you do what I'm suggesting that you do, you will be okay. I'm seeing that you're trying to get away from being financially dependent. I feel like you could be having some issues with wanting to be stable. You want more security. If you do what I asked you to do, it will come. And we do have the Queen of Pentacles to top out the reading to close it out. The Queen of Pentacles, it says nurturing, healer, practical, homebody, homemaker, financial